We're coming to you live from our studios here. I'm 24. Welcome to MX Breaks. My name is Kwabena, and we're coming up. European Union signs 9.7 million euros grant for GRIDCO to boost Ghana's power supply. Well, let's settle for the details. Ghana's longest-serving leader, Jerry John Rawlings, was laid to rest at the military cemetery in Accra yesterday. During a turbulent career, he led two coups before twice being elected as president by a multi-party election. How did this 19-year rule shape the economic fortunes of Ghana? Let's listen to a tribute on the economic legacy of former President Jerry John Rawlings.
While embarking on rural development programs policies, policies were implemented to expand Ghana's middle-income group. With food security a priority for Rawlings, agricultural policies were initiated that resulted in the recognition of Ghana's food production growth of 148% for the period between 1995 to 1997, as the third highest achievement on the record after Jordan, 157%, and China, 156%, in the World Bank's 1999 to 2000 development report. Aggressive policies were implemented to support Ghana's traditional export industries, such as gold and cocoa, and also to diversify its export content. In 1994, Ghana Investment Promotion Center was created to encourage and promote investment in Ghana. Export initiatives were put in place to increase the supply of non-traditional exports through the establishment of export production villages, EPV, and systematic market research. As part of the government's policy to attract viable foreign direct investment to Ghana, the Free Zone Scheme was implemented in 1997. This was an extensive and generous incentive package for investors interested in developing and operating free zone enclaves in single factory free zones in Ghana.
Well, now the European Union, through the French Development Agency, has signed a 9.7 million euro grant for the Ghana Grid Company to boost infrastructure work on the interconnection power transmission between Ghana and Burkina Faso. Now, this is expected to increase electricity access in northern Ghana and boost the country's power exporting capacity to the West African sub-region. Jonathan Amakuba is Chief Executive Officer of GRIDCO.
Between Angumaso, which is in Kumasi, and the main Kumasi bulk supply point, which is at Ahunju. Whenever we are at the peak period, because that line is a very weak line, we have overloading on the line, which sometimes causes outages in Kumasi. So we are going to use this grant to strengthen the line in order to be able to transmit more power to the Kumasi Ahunju substation and also onwards towards the north. Because whenever the Kumasi Ahunju substation goes off, the whole of the north goes off. And we are going to use this money to solve that problem that we are having. By the middle of this year, the problem will be solved. We would have completed most part of the project, and that problem would have been.
International ratings agency Fitch Solution has projected that Ghana will experience positive private sector participation in public infrastructure programs in the coming years. Now, according to Fitch report, the sectors that will receive major attention are the energy and transport sectors. Fitch explained that this projection is underpinned by the country's considerable private-public partnership PPP track record, as well as decreased legal and policy risks. Also, as one of the continent's preferred destinations for private investment over the last decade, it said a total of 7.9 billion of investment involving private participation in infrastructure since 2000 placed Ghana among the top 3 sub-Saharan African markets after South Africa and Nigeria. There's more in the following report.
According to Fitch Solution, Ghana's economy will experience positive private sector participation in public infrastructure programs, with projects in the energy and transport sectors being key areas for investors. The report further indicated that the positive outlook for private investment opportunities for this year is underpinned by the country's considerable public-private partnership PPP track record and project pipeline, as well as decreased legal and policy risks. As one of the country's preferred destinations for private investment over the last decade, it said a total of $7.9 billion of investments involving private participation in infrastructure since 2000 puts Ghana among the top 3 sub-Saharan African markets after South Africa and Nigeria, 2 significantly larger economies. The power sector has attracted the largest of this private investment, $4.3 billion spread across 11 individual projects. Port projects, which attracted $2.1 billion, are dominated by the $1.5 billion investment in the expansion of Temaport. Portions of the report read, and I quote, "According to our proprietary Fitch Solutions Infrastructure Key Project Database, public-private partnerships account for almost 20% of planned infrastructure projects in Ghana, highlighting that PPPs would continue to play a significant role in Ghana's infrastructure sector." End of quote. It noted, adding that the adoption of a PPP law approved by Parliament in December last year will also decrease legal and policy risk for private investors in Ghana's infrastructure sector. The law, Fitch added, will further improve Ghana's risk profile when implemented. Meanwhile, in the transport sector, it's noted that the prevalence of debilitated colonial railways will continue to provide ample opportunities for high-value brownfield concessions following completion of capital-intensive port projects. Currently, 2 rail projects worth a total of $2.8 billion are being constructed as public-private partnerships respectively, involving German and Indian companies and financiers. This, Fitch said, is indicative of foreign investors' confidence in Ghana's potential as a gateway to West Africa and its hinterlands.
Now it's time to look at the performance of the cedi against the major trading currencies. Let's begin with the US dollar selling at 5 cedis 76 pesos with a 0.01 differential. Of course, for the buying price at 5 cedis 75 pesos. The pound sterling pegged at 7 cedi 89 pesos. The Japanese yen going for 5 pesos. Let's focus to the commodities market. Gold selling at $1,840 per ounce, with cocoa pegged at $2,484 per metric ton. Crude prices level at $55 per barrel. These are the figures for those in the financial sector. That's it for MS Breaks. My name is Kwabena. Keep watching MS24.